Howdy everybody, Captain Bart 1 here. We're out on a little camp out with 70 the Professor and Bushbum 29. We're out at the Professor's wife's family's farm. I got that right, I think. And what you're looking at right here is the camping accommodations for myself and Mrs. Captain Bart 1, who has asked not to be put in this video, so I'm going to do that for fear of my life. And this is a Coleman, what's that say, Evanston? Yeah, it's an 8-person tent. It's got a screen porch, and it's big enough for our air bed. And see, when myself and Mrs. Captain Bart 1 camp, there's less bushcrafty stuff and more hotel accommodation. So, just taking you a walk around on this. Watching where I'm going, we've got some multiflora rose bushes creeping up. And there's our camp table from the Gander Mountain store with our various and sundry bits and pieces. Here's dinner this evening, a big hunk of dead cow, the Maxpedition Extreme Roly-Poly bag of evil, and then my day bag here. And we had a little accident here earlier with Bushbum 29 and an axe having a disagreement, so my other bag had to come out. There's Ryan's setup, War Bonnet Blackbird, the homemade DIY tarp, the Rush 24 bag, get in on that. Yoink, 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 yoink. There it is. And then he's got some uprights for his tarp there. Good little setup. He's got a good spot. There's on back away. This is a ridge line. There's a boundary. There's a boundary. If you turn around and look here, you can see that drifts off that way, and this runs kind of that away. So we got a fire belt, and we're cooking lunch presently, and we'll get back with you here in a little bit. Okay, everybody, here we are. We're back again. The September camp out with myself, Bushbum 29, 70 the Professor, and Mrs. Captain Bart 1, who is away with Marianne, getting a couple odds and ends for the camping. We got us a little fire here going. Let me zoom in on that rascal. See, not real big. Ryan's got a little pot of coffee on the burn, and let's see, where are we here? Yes, there's a little distance on Ryan's hammock. Zoom in a little bit. Zoom back out. There is Ryan's truck. There's the bottom half of Ryan. There's our condominium, our gear. Excuse me, we're fixing to head over to another area with the Professor to get some fire irons and that kind of thing. And just to make everyone feel really terrible, that's supper. That there's a great big chuck roast, and it's going to go in that there Dutch oven with potatoes and carrots, and it's going to be all kinds of yummy. Testing out, not testing really, but using a MSR Pocket Rocket stove I got from Ryan, kind of for heating dishwater, and just that little fiddly bit stuff that you want to heat water on the fly for, and you don't want to, and using this real nice GSI Bugaboo, I think it's a Bugaboo, 2-liter pot, I think it's 2 liter, 2 or 3 liter. The wife and I bought a big set. It's got 2 pots, a fry pan, the handle, cutting board, stuff sack, strainer lid, goodness, just all kinds of minutia. Like I said before, when the wife and I camp, it's a lot different than if I camp with these 2 rascals here. And it's not just hammocking and that kind of stuff. She requires a tent, an air bed, real meals, not mountain house, and she also has some food allergies, so that has to be considered. We have a bag of Tootsie Rolls right there because, well, you know, lickies and chewies for the trail and what have you. We're fixing to walk over. If we aim ourselves over in that general direction, there is a camp that Marianne's brother made out of plywood and I think tin or steel roof. And we're going to check that out at some point this afternoon. I don't even know what time it is, and I really don't even care. You don't ever worry about the time in the woods. It's a beautiful day. We've actually had some cooling. It rained pretty good yesterday, and it really bottomed out the temperature. So we're going to enjoy a little camping. we'll be Dutch ovening our roast later this evening. We'll present some footage of that, I hope. And there's David's truck. My vehicle's elsewhere. The girls went to go, like I said, into town and get a couple odds and ends. And I think Mary Ann took my wife to the second-hand store for a little scrounge crafting. And, I see the professor's daily, little M4 variant. Not M4 variant, that's what it looks like. It looks like an M4 from MaxPed, but I think it's Condor. With all sorts of pouches. That's his hike kit, and I'm going to use my MaxPed Maxpedition Extreme Roly-Poly, the bag of evil, 1800nametapes.com. They rock. So we've got that's my little hiking bag. Pull back on that. Yeah. And well, that's it for now. We'll be back in a little bit. Okay, everybody, we're taking a little walk on the professor's property, and I want you to see this puffball here. I think it's a puffball. It's a mushroom of some sort. Now, there's my foot. I'm a size 13. I want you to, well, here. There's my hand. Look how big that rascal is. I'm not going to touch it because I want to die horribly if it's not a puffball and some other sort of something. But there's one over here. I'm going to call that the butt mushroom, because look at what it looks like. If you look at that, it looks like someone's rear end. But said we're taking a little tour here, and there's another one over here in the distance. We saw a bunch of mushrooms when we came in, different things, and that looks like wild mint. They're strawberries, because I can tell the difference, me being a real expert plant guy and whatnot. Not really. Here we go. I can't get over there because there's a felled log, but right there's another big one. It's about as big as a basketball, half deflated. Look at that big one. There's a great big one. It's alright, went. Yeah, there's one right in there. I'm at max zoom. It's right there. It's hard to see. It's very hard to see. So, okay, I'll leave you. Okay, everybody. Another stop on our little day hike here. Myself, Bushbone 29 and 70, the professor. This was where the professor and Ryan spent this past Memorial Day, or May anyway. They had a little four-wheel camp, came up by four-wheeler. This is called Cow Camp. And if you look right here, you'll see one of the professor's cat food bag tarps and the Scroungecraft fire shovel. Yeah, I got it. And just taking a look around here. Gorgeous day. We're up on a ridge, and then down that way is a creek and a big valley. A little pile of wood right there. I apologize for the shadows, but there we are. There's the valley down there. I don't know how well you guys can see that. I'll try to zoom in. I am zoomed up. Zoom back. But yeah, good looking camp. I hope to camp here sometime real soon. Real soon. So we'll get back.
That'd be about just the ticket.
Okay, everybody. Good morning. Let's see. We are getting breakfast kind of set up here. Got some sausage in that skillet going, and we got some sausage in that skillet going. And we're gonna, excuse me, two-fisted. We've got some coffee on the. Well, the water's boiling. We just used a French press this morning because, once again, well, me and Mrs. Captain-Bart want our car camping, so we can do this. So we're gonna have sausage and I think eggs, and I believe we have pancakes somewhere. So. Okie doke. We get this done, we'll be back with you. Okay, everybody, here we go. Breakfast on the make here. We've got pancakes and sausage, and that's my lovely wife's hand in the frame. And here we have another pancake on the burn. And if we mosey over here to Ryan's little setup, he made, well, there's a couple names for this. It's either gas house eggs or egg in a hole, toad in a hole. You take a piece of bread, you cut the middle out, and you drop your egg in, fry it in that. It's your bread and your starch, or your starch and your egg all in one. A couple pots on it with water in them. Nice little fire. We have cows running in the distance. We're in a cow pasture. Cows are trotting. There's the professor. So, I think we're going to have breakfast here in the next little while and maybe do some dishes, and we'll get some of our stuff packed up and get ready to leave here after a while. So we'll talk